I want to go to someone who was there with me on that day. I remember covering the story, and with me during that day was Najma Heptullah. She was then Deputy Chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. She joins me. Najma Heptullah, I'm sure that the news of Afzal Guru being hanged will bring back memories for you of that fateful day in December 2001.
Yes, the memories have come back to me. I remember how we were huddled up by our security, the watch and ward people, and I could hear the firing. I could hear the blasting of those hand grenades, and it was just touch and go because I was only about 30 feet away from whatever the action was taking place. And I was sad because one of my chap who had been working and with me as my personal security officer was shot dead at gate number 12, if you remember.
Yes, yes. Ma'am, I still remember taking you out of Parliament to get you to our OB van around 3 p.m. that afternoon, and then we heard another blast, and it turned out that someone was diffusing the various bombs placed in Parliament. But your reactions to the fact that it's taken so long, ma'am, do you believe that that in that sense, while yes, the rule of laws, the primacy of rule of law has been established, this entire process now needs to in future be expedited so that hangings don't get caught in a political war of words?
Yes, I think so, because a terrorist is a terrorist, regardless of caste, creed, religion.
Yes.
And the action should be condemned, and the law should prevail, whichever the law says about it.
Right.
And I remember that when I came out and I saw hundreds of hand grenades outside the gate, which I've been using for almost 20 years. And when I went to the gate number 1, if you remember, you were with me on the gate number 1, there were pieces of flesh and blood over there. It was terrible. Anything could have happened that day. When on that dreadful day.
So do you believe in the end of the day should today's underlying line be Der Aaye Durust Aaye, which is the line that the BJP now has taken, that it's finally happened, that finally in a sense some will get a closure? People like you who saw that, who were there in Parliament on that day, will feel a sense that finally those responsible for this attack have received their just deserts.
Yes, I think it is correct, because you see, it is not the question of BJP saying it or anybody saying that. The question is the country wanted it. That people who are responsible for attacking our temple of democracy should be put to the law should prevail, and whatever the law of the land says,
right,
the action should be taken place. And every year when we go there and pay our tributes to those people, the innocent people who died, I feel very bad. I almost cry. And till today, when I go to the Parliament from gate number 12, I remember that Yadav was shot dead over here.
I remember, ma'am, Yadav was an extremely brave watch and ward officer. He was built like a rock, but he was among those who really guarded you and others in Parliament. And today, really, when we look back at that day, it was the bravery of officers and ward and watch officials, many of them faceless individuals who we must really remember. It was their bravery that ensured that Parliament at the end of the day was protected. And really, we hope that the government of India, while having now finally decided to go ahead with the hanging of Afzal Guru, will also not forget the sacrifices that those individuals paid. Najma Heptullah, an emotional Najma Heptullah, appreciate your joining us, ma'am.